Hello, hello. My name is Harry, and I'd like to show you the Survey feature in Workshop Wizard. Surveys let you gather information about workshop participants. Of course, if you look at the Participant tab, you can see that some information is built into Workshop Wizard for each participant. That includes things like the participant's date of birth, race, chronic condition, and so on. But you may want to gather other information that's not built into Workshop Wizard. This is where surveys come in handy. By defining surveys, you can add whatever additional information you want to. For example, let me show you a simple little survey that has 3 items on it: years since diagnosis, current health, and what has helped the participant deal with the health condition in the past. Here's another survey that has some multiple choice questions. It lets you ask whether or not the participant agrees with the statement that the workshop helped, whether or not the leader did a good job, and what the workshop helped with. Now there are 2 kinds of surveys in Workshop Wizard. Single-use surveys are for information that you gather from each participant only once. Now, an example would be asking how long ago their chronic condition was diagnosed, since that's something that will not change over time and especially won't be changed by attending a workshop. The other kind of survey is a multi-use survey. This is for information that you collect more than once. For example, you might collect information before the first workshop session and then again after the last workshop session. By comparing these 2 values, you can see how attending the workshop has changed the participant's knowledge and views. Here's an example of a report created from survey data. Here you can see the first survey question, which asks how long ago the participant's chronic disease was diagnosed. For this type of question, Workshop Wizard gives you an average of the answers provided. Here's the question about whether the participant agrees that the workshop helped them. Notice that there are 2 columns here. One is labeled Post, which means it was taken at the end of the workshop. The other is labeled Follow-up, which means it was taken sometime after the end of the workshop, 6 months, 12 months, something like that. You can also have a column here labeled Pre, which means it was taken at the beginning of the workshop. This table lets you see how the answers changed over time. In particular, it lets you see how the average numerical value of the answer changed. In this case, it went from 3.9 to 4.6, showing that the participants saw more value in the workshop over time. This has been a very brief overview of Workshop Wizard surveys. There are 2 other YouTube lessons about this topic, and they get into more details. Hope to see you then. Aloha.